Alright anime fans, today let's dive into one of the best sequels ever made in anime history. We are talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. This is where card games stop being just games and turn into full-blown identity, pressure, and straight-up emotional chaos. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX isn't just a sequel riding on the legacy of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. It's a completely different beast that starts off light, and then hits you with some unexpectedly dark, what the hell just happened moments. At first glance, GX looks like a fun, school-life spin on Dueling. Bright colors, goofy energy, and a protagonist who loves food more than strategy. But don't get fooled. This anime slowly transforms into something much deeper, darker, and honestly, kinda messed up in the best way possible. So the story follows Jaden Yuki, a carefree duelist who enrolls in Duel Academy, a school that literally ranks students based on how good they are at a card game. Sounds simple, right? But as seasons progress, GX shifts hard. What starts as school rivalries and tournaments evolves into alternate dimensions, ancient powers, and world-threatening chaos. Jaden goes from "I just want to duel for fun" to carrying the emotional weight of entire damn worlds. And, yeah, it gets heavy. Jaden is a breath of fresh air compared to typical serious protagonists. He's cheerful, reckless, and sometimes dumb as hell, but that's exactly what makes his growth so impactful when things go dark. Then you've got characters like Chaz Princeton, starts as an arrogant jerk but evolves into one of the most entertaining underdogs. Zane Truesdale, the cool genius who later spirals into a brutal, almost unhinged duelist. Aster Phoenix, calm, calculated, and hiding his own dark motivations. The cast grows with the story, and some of their arcs hit way harder than you'd expect from an anime about cards. And it's not just the main cast, the villains are equally impressive too. The villains in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX aren't just bad guys with evil plans. They each represent a different stage of darkness, pressure, and psychological breakdown. First is Kagamaru, an old dude obsessed with regaining youth and power. He uses the sacred beasts to basically cheat death. Represents fear of aging and losing control. Next we have Sartorius Kumar. Controlled by a dark force called the Light of Destruction, he believes wiping out free will fix humanity. Calm, creepy, and straight-up brainwashing people. Represents twisted justice and loss of individuality. Next is Yubel, probably the most emotional villain, obsessed with Jaden Yuki but in a toxic, destructive way. Not pure evil, just broken and obsessed. Represents love turned into pain and obsession. And finally, the Supreme King, Hao Judai. This is Jaden's own dark side, and yeah, this shit gets real. He becomes a ruthless tyrant in another dimension. Represents what happens when trauma completely takes over you. GX villains aren't just enemies. They're reflections of fear, control, obsession, and inner darkness. And that's exactly why this anime hits harder than people expect. Now let's talk about the action. Let's be real. The duels are the heart of GX, and they're damn good. Early on, they're fun and creative, focused on combos and character personalities. But later, the tone shifts hard. Duels become psychological battles. Characters lose more than just matches, they lose themselves. Some duels feel like life or death situations, and the stakes go from school pride to existential crisis real quick. Jaden's later duels especially, absolute madness. Emotional, intense, and sometimes straight up painful to watch. Coming to animation and music, the animation is solid for its time. Clean designs, vibrant colors, and flashy monster summons. Nothing groundbreaking, but it does the job well. The music though? Underrated as hell. The opening themes capture that upbeat Academy vibe early on, while later soundtracks shift into darker, more intense tones that match the story's evolution. You can change in atmosphere and it works beautifully. This is where GX quietly becomes something deeper than people expect. It explores identity and self-worth, the pressure of expectations, escaping reality versus facing it, and the cost of power. Jaden's journey especially hits hard. Watching a happy, carefree kid slowly get crushed by responsibility and trauma is honestly brutal. The anime asks a simple question: what happens when the thing you love starts destroying you? So why it's worth watching? Well, a lot of people sleep on GX because it's not as iconic as the original. That's a mistake. GX takes risks. It evolves. It doesn't stay safe. For new-gen anime fans, this is a must-watch because it blends classic shonen progression, psychological character arcs, and surprisingly dark storytelling. And yeah, it proves that even a show about cards can go really hard when it wants to. Final thoughts. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX starts as a fun, almost goofy spin-off. But by the end, it becomes something way more serious, emotional, and memorable than anyone expects. It's not perfect. The pacing can be messy, and some early arcs feel like filler. But when GX hits its peak, it hits like a damn truck. If you skip this thinking, it's just a lighter version of Yu-Gi-Oh! You missed one of the most underrated character journeys in anime. And honestly, Jaden's evolution alone makes this show worth every second. That's it for today. Share your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe for more anime content, and I'll catch you in the next one, my card duelists. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rules.